And indeed, John DFW is first. And rather than just missing him ninjing in, I get to actually say, hey, John, welcome in. You get the Robbie Wartburg bobblehead doll tonight, much coveted by few. So welcome in, John. So, baseball fans, there's been a lot of interest lately. I don't know if it's just from Robert's channel or just all over the place. The 1919 season. So we're going to start messing around with that, and again, along with these other little projects I have, 1934 and the all-time greats franchises and all kinds of stuff. Hopefully, Tex Ags will make it. And there's Carlos Yaz. He says he'll take second, and yeah, doing all right, John. And I hope you're doing well. So MV just finished a. Oh, you had a shitty day at work. Bright side, brother, is that tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully that helps. If you work a Monday through Friday job, hopefully that helps. Nothing worse than a shitty day at work, man. Hopefully your day's gotten better since you left work. So, waiting for Tex Ags to come in because he asked a couple questions in the comments of my 1917 old-time baseball video. He's doing 1919 and Out of the Park, and as so it happens, so am I guess. Hey, so Robert says that he's here listening to silly love songs. Paul McCartney, and that counts. It definitely does. All right, and a 4-day weekend next weekend. All right, man. So always good. Always good to have something to look forward to. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes and see if Texags comes in. So Robert did a game earlier as well, and it was a good game. Robert got a chance to kind of relax after the crazy game, the crazy games that he had the past couple of nights. So giving himself a little bit of rest. So that's always good. Robert, just take your time and recover all the way, my friend. So I'm going to be answering some questions for Tex Ags. One of the things that that of course everybody knows in Out of the Park 24 is due to Major League Baseball licensing, the Cleveland Baseball Club has said that there can't be anything sort of Indians, if you will, in the game. So at least the way the game however, there's ways around that. The only thing you really can't change, unless you're really, really good, would be, in progressive field. The only way to get rid of the Guardians thing, the Guardians logo on there, is you would have to actually export that model into a 3D modeling program and replace the logo there. There's no way to do that in game. However, you can change the name of the Guardians to the Indians, to the Naps, to whatever. And as Tex Ags asked, is it possible to change up the logos? And indeed, it is. So I'll show that in a few minutes. Oh, there he is. Good. I can get started with that. So yeah, hey Tex, good to see you, man. I saw your comment that you left for me, and so I wanted to jump on that. Okay, so you did figure it out. Okay, good. Yeah, just make sure the logos are. Well, I guess I'm done then for the night. Awesome. Okay, that's really what I was going to kind of do. So already did change up the Indians, and went into team logos textures. And I mean, this is not the one I would keep, but I just uploaded this to see if this would work. Change the logo up here, and of course you can easily just change the name of the team. So I noticed a little bit of mismatch, but this top uniform here is what the Indians were wearing, I believe, 1918, 1919. That's what I selected. So a lot of the stuff that you need will be in here. If you ever do, of course, fictional leagues, you can generate random logos, everything like that. You can do your ballpark, even do ballpark logos up there. So should not be a problem. So glad you figured it out, Tex. I guess that's it, guys. Thank you very much for coming in. So yeah, you can definitely click use high socks, all that kind of stuff. I think there's actually a global setting for all the teams. I can't remember if there is or not. I know that it's somewhere. So there, boom. But I think there's a global setting for that. But I can't remember where that is. Somebody had said that. So, but luckily with these old teams, it's just 16 seasons, or 16 teams. So, text would be interesting. Yes, John. So I'm going to do a game text. Yeah, John, there is. I'm just messing with you. Um, you have to log in and log out and back in, and then you see the change. Yeah. Um, so yeah, there's a great there's two mods actually. There's a uniform mod for this, and there's also the all-in-one stadium mod that also has logos, and these are done by Michael Silva, who's been coming to this channel, who's been Robert's channel. So good to see Michael getting very, very interested in what we're doing. Guys, I'm going to just go off mic for a second. I got a cat here. It needs water. I'll be right back. All right, thanks, guys. Back. Um, wouldn't be much if I, worked in animal care and didn't take care of my own kiddos. So there we go. All right. So all the logos now in the park have another companion file, so just putting logos in the game yourself might be a bit challenging. Not really. So you just have to, um, again, if the uniform logo mod doesn't work, again, it's just going to select. Just make sure that you have them. Just remember where you put them, and I'm pretty sure they have to be PNG files. So for a lot of games, I know for Action PC Baseball, the logos are in JPEG format. So just there's a free converter online. So you upload all your JPEGs, and it just makes copies, and it converts them into PNG files. So then you're all set there if you want to do that too. Yep, has to be PNG. So I don't think I'm going to go through and worry about doing high socks for everybody. I know there's somewhere where you can do this globally, and I'll be damned if I can remember it. It would be really nice if I could find it. But again, we all know about um, this crazy. You can see here. I mean, it's just nuts here. Um, and I know that there's somewhere that you can do it because I read it on the forum, and I can't find it right now. So, meh, it is what it is. So, Tex, you're going to be doing 1919 offline, yeah? Maybe we'll mess with it here as well online, and we'll see. We can maybe compare some notes. I'm not going to do that tonight. I think we're going to do. Actually, I got to change what's written on the tin. I put 1919. I got to change that to 1941. So foray into 1940s baseball, 1941. Great one, yeah. So, but every once in a while, it'd be fun to compare notes. I'll do some 1919 on here and see. Yeah. So you started today using the. So you're saying using the socks. Would that be the red or white variety? Somebody was doing a game one time. It was Red Sox, White Sox, and I made a daring prediction. I said I predict the Sox will win this game, and I was right. They did. Um, so there's our injuries and stuff like that. But there is a way to set this, and I can't remember how to do it globally. Oh well, I'll have to look it up. If anybody else can remember, do let me know. And we'll do that. Anyhow, go back to the Out of the Park main screen. We'll save this game, even though I've got to fix that Indians logo again. And we'll go to 1941. Okay, Chicago White Sox, and they beat the Browns 7-4. So off to a good start. Keep an eye on Gandil, Risberg, and especially Gandil and Risberg. Yeesh, those guys. All right. I mean, I have 1934 here, but again, none of these are meant to be like long-term projects. So 1941. Let's do 1941. Who shall we play? I think we'll do a. I think we're going to do a Yankees game. Can you believe that? You know what though? Yeah, maybe we'll do the Dodgers. Let's do Dodgers Giants. Brooklyn Dodgers, New York Giants. Why the hell not? Let's see, play until opening day. Hopefully I don't get bombed with a lot of other... I always forget to turn off these messages. Yeah, I got a personal message. Okay, well, not really worried about losing Van Lingle, Mungo, or what have you. Yeah, I don't want to configure it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, yeah. Billy Swift and Tom. Yeah, okay, nice. Come on. This is like the big mistake I always do with Out of the Park baseball. I forget to turn off those stupid messages. Hey, there's Dwayne Martz. So Neiman Leibold went 5 for 5, all singles. All right, that's a powerful team. That the 1919 White Sox, the 1917 White Sox, even better as far as a win-loss record. So who was it? Somebody had said in Robert's chat last night that Ed Roush said to his dying day that he always believed that the Reds were a better ball club than the White Sox that year. I don't know. I mean, certainly Ed's going to say that for his own team, although Ed Roush was a notorious holdout for an entire season, kind of a prototype of the modern ball player when it came to the Bucks. But of course, Ed Roush is going to say that. But I mean, you just look at the statistics. You look at, I mean, the White Sox were just they. I think they were the better team. All due respect to the great Ed Roush, Hall of Famer, but and no insult to Reds fans, but I really, really don't think they will have legitimately won that World Series. But maybe Tex, maybe in Tex is his replay. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe we mess around with this. It'll happen. Who knows? We saw Robbie's Rangers, win the 2011 World Series here a couple of years ago. We did it on the channel for Al Robbie, Al Robbie, Al Robbie. All right, come on. Let's get to opening day. My God. All right, next game, New York Giants. All right. So don't know if this will have the high socks already done or not, but it does have the proper logos already assigned. Really nice. Well, yeah, the Reds did win. Um, and they were good. I mean, it's not saying that the 1919 Cincinnati Reds weren't a good team. They were a very good team, actually. But yep, and that year it was a best of 9 series, so the best of 7 didn't become like sort of etched in stone until I think shortly after. It was shortly after the 1919 series. Um, so anyhow, here we go. And we're going to see a former Bucko here toward the end of his career for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So um, one of the great rivalries in baseball that we know of in the West Coast started here in the Big Apple, the New York Giants and the Brooklyn Dodgers. And absolutely no love lost between these two teams at all, at all, at all. And some night it would be fun, even though we're talking a baseball simulation, it'd be fun to just do a one-off and do the shot heard round the world 1951 Giants and Dodgers. Might set that up just a one game and done. All right, so here we go. About ready to get underway. I believe I set this up for real transactions and lineups, John. I'm not positive. So, oh, you're talking to Tex. Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Giants in Brooklyn just as big as the Yankees in Boston. Absolutely. No question about that at all. I mean, I would say the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry, while it's a great one, doesn't equal the magnitude of Yankees-Red Sox and then Giants-Dodgers. I mean, there's just... I think the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry is born out of a different thing because you think about the Giants, the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. They were just always in the hunt. And while the Cardinals had some great teams, I think that rivalry is certainly newer than the two that we've mentioned. And the Yankees Red Sox, probably at least in professional sports. Again, I'm not a sports fan, so correct me if I'm wrong. Probably the most famous rivalry I guess, some of the analogs you would have, like in college F-ball, you have the University of Michigan and Ohio State or what have you. But certainly this Yankees, Red Sox, Giants, Dodgers thing is it shows no sign of letting up either. All right, so here we go. We're going to get to see Mel Ott playing in a sort of regular game as opposed to an all-time greats team. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is 1941. It was a great baseball season, and of course, in December of that year, everything would change. All right, leading off in center field for the visiting New York Giants here on this opening day. Johnny Rucker, center field, batting second at second base. Burgess Whitehead batting third and catching. Harry Danning. Batting cleanup, right field Hall of Famer Mel Ott. Batting fifth at first base, Babe Young. Batting sixth in left field, JoJo Moore. Batting seventh, Joe Orengo at third base. Batting eighth at shortstop, Billy Jurgis. And batting ninth and pitching, Hal Schumacher. For the hometown Brooklyn Dodgers, leading off at shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Batting second in right field, Big Poison, Paul Wainer. Batting third in center field, Dixie Walker. Batting cleanup in left field, Joe Medwick. You'll see Joe Medwick also when I do Gas House Gang 1934, so former Cardinal. Batting fifth at third base, Cookie Lavagetto. Lavagetto would play a kind of little footnote in history connected to Joe DiMaggio. We can talk about that at some point. Dolph Camilli bats sixth at first base. Alex Kamporis at second base and bats seventh. Mickey Owen catching and batting eighth. And Whit Wyatt will take the hill and bat ninth for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So here we go, a little 1940s baseball as we head to Ebbets Field. And we'll probably have to change camera angles, of course. Yeah, we will definitely have to do that. So give me a sec here, guys. Let's see what we have for overhead. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like the overhead view. Pretty nice. Again, this is the work of Michael Silva. And nice ballpark. So once this moves out of the way, right here in right field is the famous Abe Stark sign, hit it here, win a suit. And yeah, I did it on a fly, by the way. And look where it's positioned. So you see in 1941, so like later versions of Ebbets Field, you will see like the brass rail and a lot of other advertising here in left field. But right now, mostly here. The Schaefer beer sign, I'm not sure was actually there yet in 1941. I'd have to double check that. This was a huge point of contention between Branch Rickey and Walter O'Malley. Not that they didn't serve beer, and I don't know if it had to do with the beer sign itself, but O'Malley wanted to sort of up beer sales and had made some deal, I believe, with I think it was Schaefer, but I'm not sure. And Branch Rickey, being a strict United Methodist who neither managed nor ever played on Sundays, ever, there was kind of a huge falling out. But baseball historians argue that the thing with the Dodgers was O'Malley was the businessman, Rickey was the baseball man, and so there was already that kind of tension between the two. But nonetheless, these are I love seeing these old ads. There's gem razors, whatever. So I'm not sure of the source material Michael used, but these are just beautiful, beautiful ballparks. Robert says Citi Field is modeled after Ebbets. I've read that. I've read that. So, and I like the Brooklyn Dodgers. They have such a great history. The Dodger Symphony Band, Hilda Chester. Oh my God, you gotta love the Dodgers. Some great baseball and some absolutely just some of the worst baseball, and certainly some of the greatest baseball ever witnessed. And so, will this 1941 project be a sort of long project? Nah. So just having some fun. All right. All right, let's get to the game action as Whit Wyatt is ready to face Johnny Rucker. So Rucker, pretty good contact hitter, below average power, ready to get started as we do a little pan around Ebbets Field in the Flatbush section of Brooklyn. And here is the pitch. Rucker tries to check his swing, and the ump says, you went around, strike 3. So 1 away here on opening day. Here's Burgess Whitehead now. New York Giants second baseman. Kind of a weak hitter. And here's the pitch to Whitehead. And Whitehead, little routine grounder to short. And gloving it easily is Pee Wee Reese to retire Burgess Whitehead for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. And I do know that 1940s baseball is not really a big thing in the community either. But I've always contended that really except for 1943 and 44, 1940s baseball, there was some great baseball played in this decade. So not that I want to go on a crusade similar to dead ball, but this was a good decade for baseball. It really, really was. And for Cleveland Indians, a bittersweet one. It's the last time Cleveland fans had a World Series win, 1948. 1949, of course, a great season. 46 saw the return of pretty much, everybody in that 1946 World Series, Cardinals, Red Sox. 1947, baseball's proudest moment, when Jackie Robinson took the field, and of course 1948 with Larry Doby. Just great seasons, I think, in the 1940s, but a very overlooked decade, unfortunately. Even by myself, I will admit that. All right, here's catcher Harry Danning now. And Wyatt with the 0-1 delivered to Danning. And Danning swings, and this one, a line drive out toward the Abe Stark sign, but about 5 feet short of it. Danning misses a chance to win the suit from the redoubtable Mr. Abe Stark. So 1, 2, 3 go the New York Giants, and we head to the bottom of the first. We are scoreless. Pee Wee Reese will lead it off here. Paul Wainer waits on deck. Schumacher with a 3-1 delivery to Pee Wee. And Reese takes inside. Ball 4, so we have the first base runner in the game. As Reese ambles down to first, and here's Paul Wainer, late of the Pittsburgh Pirates. One of the great right fielders in baseball history. And a hell of a hitter, too. And Reese was on the move. Line drive to third, and Osengo fires onto first, and it is a double play. Wow, how about that? So some little classic Dem Bums baseball. Let's watch this one again. So Wainer gets good contact on that, but it is the twin killing. How about it? All right, so 2 outs, bases empty, and here's Dixie Walker, who provided no little amount of resistance when he was told in the winter of 1946, spring of 1947, that Jackie Robinson would be coming up to the big club. Schumacher deals. Dixie Walker swings. This one, line pass short for a base hit. So with 2 down, that double up there at first hurts the Dodgers, or could hurt the Dodgers a little bit. So a runner on 2 down instead of 2 on and 1 down. And here's former Cardinal Ducky Joe Medwick. And Medwick still has some power and an excellent contact hitter. Cookie Lavagetto waits on deck. Schumacher checks Dixie Walker at first. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And Medwick takes ball 4. So the Dodgers, with 2 out, have 2 runners on here. Hilda Chester taking her accustomed seat here in the ballpark. Hope to hear the Dodger Symphony Band later on regale us with many a tune, if you want to call them that. Cookie Lavagetto, and so Lavagetto, of course, making that crazy catch off of Joe DiMaggio. You guys know the film where DiMaggio kicks the infield dirt. Good stuff. Schumacher deals. And Lavagetto with the routine ground ball to second, and that's it. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the top of the second. The Giants and the Dodgers, nothing. Mel Ott will lead it off here now. So Mel Ott, of course, 511 career home runs and a very, Very distinct batting stance for Master Melvin. Never spent a day in the minor leagues. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ott. And Ott swings, and this one lined to deep center. Going back on this ball and making the catch is Dixie Walker. So Mel Ott gives it a ride, but not enough. Here's Babe Young. Popular name back in those days. How about it? Babe Young does have some power in his bat. Not the greatest, about an average contact hitter. Whit Wyatt has notched a strikeout. The 2-2 pitch to Young. And Young swings this one, a sinking liner to center, and what a catch by Dixie Walker. A diving catch out there for a strike, or for out number 2. So Dixie flashing the leather here for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Worth a watch. Exit velocity. I mean, this ball was moving 106 miles an hour, and Dixie Walker making the nice pick out there in the center field pasture. All right, JoJo Moore now. JoJo Moore, former member of the Cardinals. Wyatt deals to Moore. The full count. Moore looks at a call. Strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We are scoreless here at Ebbets Field as we go to the bottom of the second. Beatles eternally fielding in for the old redhead, Red Barber. All right, Dolph Camilli will lead it off. Alex Camporis and Mickey Owen. Camilli with excellent power, decent contact. Schumacher deals the 2-2 pitch. Camilli swings. This one line to left, base hit. So Brooklyn picks up its second hit of the ball game. Clinton Parks, Gas House Gang. That's the other one I'm doing. So if I do a doubleheader, we'll go back to 1934 after this. We're 1941 Clinton. Actually just did this to show how to set up a league, and I thought, what the hell, we'll mess around. Don't see a lot of 1940s baseball in the community either, so. Or 1930s for that matter, geez. All right. So here is Alex Camporis, and again, for any of these guys, remember, you can just click and you can look at, what they did. So if you want to really go that deeply, you can. And Camporis definitely with some pop. In 1940, 36 home runs for Camporis. All right, Dolph Camilli at first. Schumacher with a check of the runner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And showing bunt. Camporis missing. The count, no balls, 2 strikes. Camporis a swing and a miss. So a little change up there by Hal Schumacher. 1 down. Camilli remains at first as Mickey Owen steps to the plate. Schumacher checks the runner, deals to Mickey Owen, and this one, a grounder down the third baseline, the throw across the diamond, and that will take care of the runner, and going to second is Dolph Camilli. So here is pitcher Whit Wyatt. Harry Danning flashing the signs to Hal Schumacher. Schumacher has one he likes, the 1-2 pitch, and Wyatt sends this one to center field, ranging far to his right, and making the grab is Rocker in center field. So the second inning is done. The Brooklyn Dodgers leave a runner in scoring position and do not capitalize. We go to the third here on opening day at Ebbets Field, and we are scoreless. Clinton Parks had just finished April 14th. I'm guessing it's 1914. I can't imagine Clinton. Well, it could be, though. 2014, Red Sox and stuff. But anyhow, welcome in Cousin Ken Castro. I'm just going to edit this so that sound is going to go out in the game. And, whatever. Even if somebody hangs around, I'm in the mood to do a doubleheader. Why the hell not? So there we go. It's going to be 1941 for this game, and then we'll go back to 1934 and catch the Cardinals or somebody. Probably the Cardinals. Why not? All right, Joe Ringo will lead it off here, followed by Billy Jurgis and Hal Schumacher. Whit Wyatt deals the 1-0 pitch to Orengo. And Orengo swings, and this one, a 2-bouncer to short, and handled quite easily by Pee Wee Reese for the out. So 1 up, 1 down here for the shortstop, Billy Jurgis. Good contact hitter, Billy. Whit Wyatt deals the count even at 2-2 on Jurgis. Jurgis looks at a called strike three. This one painted in the black on the outside corner. Great pitch by Whit Wyatt, picking up his third strikeout of the game. And here comes Hal Schumacher. Mentioning Red Barber. Imagine if technology would have been such that could have had Red Barber all those years ago. I don't know what year he fell asleep in the Lord, but would have been amazing had Barber been alive still at the same time as Ernie Harwell, to have him call, to do the baseball for Windows thing. Could you imagine choosing between Red Barber or Ernie Harwell? Like, do Red Barber for National League games and Ernie Harwell for American League games. That would have been, what a dream. I guess in baseball heaven, right? All right, here's the delivery. The 1-2 to Schumacher. Schumacher, a swing and a miss. So side retired. The New York Giants go in order, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless here at Ebbets Field. And we're back at the top of the order for the Dodgers. Pee Wee Reese, Paul Wainer, and Dixie Walker. So Hal Schumacher struck out one and walked two. Full count on Reese. Reese swings, and this one, a soft little number back to the mound, and it's not going to be in time. Schumacher's throw will not get Pee Wee Reese. He's credited with an infield hit. That is number 3, hit number 3 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And here comes Big Poison, Paul Wainer. Wainer making his great career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Wainer 0 for 1. Schumacher, the 3-2. Wainer looks at ball 4. And all of a sudden now, Hal Schumacher in a little bit of trouble. That's his third free pass. Pee Wee Reese at second, Paul Wainer at first. And here comes Dixie Walker. Walker 1 for 1 in the game. Schumacher ready to deal. Here's the 0-1 to Dixie. And Walker swings, hard ground ball to first. This could be enough to get 2. And the relay back to first is late. So runners at the corners for Brooklyn, 1 away. Pee Wee Reese at third, Dixie Walker at first. Walker may steal. He will steal the occasional base. Danning back there, an average arm. Here's Joe Medwick, still possessing of some power. This is 1941, so just 7 years after being a member of that great Gas House Gang world champ team in 1934. From the stretch, and Medwick, hard grounder to third, and this will be the 5-6-3 or 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Side retired. Brooklyn gets a base hit, and that is it. We go to the fourth. Game moving along nicely. We are scoreless. Texag said that he liked Kurt Gowdy last night with Old Time Baseball. This is a guy I grew up hearing. Well, I'll make sure to do more of those with Kurt Gowdy. Then I wasn't sure whether you guys preferred Mel Allen or Kurt Gowdy, so we'll mix them up, but we'll definitely do a little bit more Kurt Gowdy. Be glad to. Yeah, he does, Robbie. I'm just saying that if you listen to some of the games, and you can find them on YouTube, that Red Barber called. Red Barber was one of the great baseball broadcasters. I'm not implying that Ernie Harwell couldn't do the job. He obviously did. It just would have been fun to have that level of commentary from two of the greatest baseball broadcasters of all time. Vin Scully would have been amazing too, but at the time this game was, Baseball for Windows was being made. Of course, he was working for the LA Dodgers, and that probably might have been a little tricky. And Vin wanted the winner, the time off. Who knows? I don't know if Harwell was still broadcasting for the Tigers, mid to late 90s. Well, I guess it would have been 1997 when this was done, so Tigers fans would know. All right, Johnny Rucker now leads it off here for the New York Giants. We're back to the top of the order. 0 for 1 for Rucker. Whit Wyatt with 4 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Rucker struck out his last time up, and he swings, grounded to third, and gloved, and making it look just like the textbook way to do it is Cookie Lavagetto. Fires onto Dolph Camilli for out number 1. Here's Burgess Whitehead, 0-1. Wyatt working quickly. Here's the 0-1 to Whitehead. Whitehead swings. This one grounded to Reese at short, and Pee Wee making the throw across to Dolph Camilli. So 2 up, 2 down for the New York Giants, and we'll have to look at them in 1941. I'm not sure how well the Giants did that year. But really, there's a few standouts in this, Mel Ott being the most obvious. So, not one of the stronger Giants teams. What Wyatt deals, regardless of where they finish. The 1-1 pitch to Danning, and Danning swings. This one is going to get down the into the left field corner. Danning going for two, and he will have a stand-up 2-out double. So here we go, a chance for the Giants to break this scoreless deadlock as Master Mel Ott steps in. Master Melvin, nothing for one. Whit Wyatt deals to the slugger the 0-2 pitch, and Mel Ott, a swing and a miss. So that's it. No runs, one hit, no errors. A runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth here. The Giants and the Dodgers still scoreless. Cookie Lavagetto, Dolph Camilli, and Alex Camporis do up for them bums. Lavagetto, nothing for one. Schumacher peers in, has the sign from Danning. The 2-1 pitch. Lavagetto grounded out his last time up. This time gets it up in the air and out into left center. And this is going to get down for extra bases, bouncing off the wall. And Lavagetto's going for three. Here's the throw to third, the tag, and Lavagetto is in there. So Lavagetto with a leadoff triple for them bums. And here come the Dodgers. Dolph Camilli now 1 for 1 in the game. Lavagetto coming down the line some at third. Schumacher out of the stretch in the 2-2 pitch to Camilli. Camilli swings, and this one sent out to right field and right at the Abe Stark sign. Making the catch is Mel Ott, but tagging and coming in to score is Cookie Lavagetto. And the Brooklyn Dodgers break the scoreless tie and lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Base is empty now as Alex Camporis steps in. The second baseman is 0 for 1. Schumacher, there's a full count. Camporis struck out his last time up, and this one comebacker to the mound. Schumacher will fire on to first to Babe Young for the out. So on that 1-3 put out, 2 away and 1 in, and here is Mickey Owen, the catcher, 0 for 1. Here's the delivery. Owen swings, and this one grounded to third. Plenty of time for Orengo to make the throw across the diamond for out number 3, but 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. And Brooklyn leading New York 1-0 as we go to the 5th. And I would appreciate if somebody would happen to run across during this broadcast how to globally set the high Sox thing in out-of-the-park baseball. I'd appreciate it, and if not, I'll just certainly just go through. It's just 16 teams, easy enough to go use high Sox, but I know there's a way to do it. RGL is a Ralph Kiner clone, says TexAg75. So, TexAg says, I'd like more games to have that kind of option, especially for guys like him who do things by himself. A lot of you content guys could get a commentator job if you ever lost your day job. I wouldn't be one of those guys, but yes, there are. Chris Slovic, to name, certainly others. Legends could do it, but you know what? I love listening to Ernie. Certainly, that's why I play a lot of baseball windows. When I do MLB The Show, I let those guys call the game. I mean, they're professionals. And yeah, speaking of Chris, actually, he will be on tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning at 10 on this channel. All right, Babe Young leads it off here for the New York Giants. JoJo Moore and Joe Orengo. Whit Wyatt has fan 5 thus far. New York managing just 1 hit off of him. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Babe Young. And Young skies this one to left field. And trotting a bit to his right is Joe Medwick. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. JoJo Moore now steps in. Here's the delivery. And Moore swings, lines this one to right, and this will get down for a base hit. Paul Wainer up with it, fires it into Alex Camporis. So that's the second hit for the New York Giants here in the game. And that brings up Joe Orengo, who is 0 for 1. JoJo Moore average speed at first. And the throw over, they got him in a rundown. And JoJo Moore, it looks like actually it's a caught stealing. So I guess rather unfortunate if you're a Giants fan. That erases the runner. Base is empty, 2 down, and the 1-2 now to Joe Orengo. And this one gets away, and the throw down, nice one, nice one. Mickey Owen, it's got away from Mickey Owen, rolls to the backstop. It makes the throw onto first in time for the strike him out, drop it, throw him out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A caught stealing, so nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still Brooklyn 1 and New York nothing. And hey, Bernie, there you are. Bernie, you do really well. Dwayne Martz is in here. My goodness, everybody in here for some 1940s baseball. All right, we're going to keep this moving so that we can go in the Wayback Machine to 1934 in the Gas House Gang after them bums here, 1941. How Schumacher got in a little bit of trouble in this game, but only touched up for 1 run thus far. He has walked 3 and struck out 1. Whit Wyatt will lead it off. Then in back to the top of the Brooklyn order, and Pee Wee Reese and Paul Wainer. And Hilda Chester waving to everybody in the stands, waving at Tex Aggs, waving at Bernie Strom. Hilda Chester is ringing her cowbell at Robbie Wartburg. Schumacher deals. Here's the pitch. Whit Wyatt flied out his last time up, and this one, a sinking liner to center, but making the catch is Johnny Rocker. Or Johnny Rucker, I'm sorry. John Rocker. No, a little too early for him. All right, back at the top of the order. Here's Pee Wee. He's 1 for 1. Schumacher deals to the shortstop, the 1-0. Pee Wee, a base hit his last time up. This one, just a grounder to first base. And Young makes the play at first. So 2 up, 2 down here for Big Poison. Wainer, nothing for 1. Schumacher deals. Wainer walked his last time up, and a line drive base hit into center field for Wainer, picking up the 5th Brooklyn Dodger hit here. Pretty nice crowd here on opening day in Brooklyn. We didn't have a chance to look at our weather just really, really quickly. So it's a nice 51 degrees here in the Flatbush section of Flatbush section of Brooklyn. We have a crosswind, not too bad, 12 miles per hour. So good to see the fedoras in the crowd, and it was classy time, wasn't it? All right, Schumacher deals to Dixie Walker. And Dixie Walker sends this one to left field, going toward the line in foul territory, and making a great catch is JoJo Moore. Side retired, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. As we go to the 6th, the Brooklyn Dodgers 1, the New York Giants nothing. Billy Jurgis will lead it off. Hal Schumacher and then Johnny Rucker for the New York Giants. Jurgis in the game is nothing for 1. Whit Wyatt with 6 strikeouts through 5. Full count. Jurgis struck out his last time up, and this one grounded to third. This one rather deep, having trouble getting a handle on it, but finally getting the throw off is Lavagetto. So they get Jurgis by a step and a half. 1 up, 1 down now for pitcher Hal Schumacher. Wyatt working to him. Schumacher struck out his last time up, and this time routine 2-hopper to short. Pee Wee Reese making the play on to Dolph Camilli for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Giants as we go back to the top of the order. And center fielder Johnny Rucker, who's nothing for 2. Whit Wyatt deals. Here's the 1-2 to Rucker. Rucker swings, and this one wrapped into the alley and left. And yes, it is. And going for 2 is Rucker. Is Rucker going to go for 3? Rucker is going for 3. So second triple of the game, 2 outs, and Rucker in there as this one, Medwick is racing back on it, gets over his head, and the game's second triple, my favorite hit in baseball. So that's why we're going to watch it again. So nice try out there in left field by Ducky Medwick, but to no avail. So a chance for New York to tie it up here, but Burgess Whitehead needs to make a safety or hope for an error here. Whitehead nothing for 2 in the game. Wyatt deals. And Whitehead pops this one up on the infield, and this should be out number 3. Waiting for this rainmaker to come down is Dolph Camilli, and the side is retired. The New York Giants waste a triple, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Good ball game here, though. The Brooklyn Dodgers 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and the New York Giants no runs on 3 hits, no errors. Ducky Joe Medwick, Cookie Lavagetto, and Dolph Camilli ready to roll here. Hal Schumacher into his wind, and here's the 0-1 pitch. And Medwick grounded out his last time. This one, fly ball, left field, but waiting for it at the other end is JoJo Moore. So former Cardinal to former Cardinal. All right, 1 away, and here's Cookie Lavagetto. He is 1 for 2 in the contest. Tripled. Lavagetto swings, and this one should stay up, and sauntering in on it is JoJo Moore. Busy out there in this bottom of the 6th. 2 up, 2 down. And there's first baseman Dolph Camilli. Camilli 1 for 1 with an RBI in this game. 3-2 pitch. And this one, a little flare into left field, and it is the trifecta for JoJo Moore. 1, 2, 3 go the Brooklyn Dodgers. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. Brooklyn holding on to a 1-0 lead here on opening day, Ebbets Field. 1941. All right, Harry Danning, Mel Ott, and Babe Young due up for the Giants. Whit Wyatt with the 0-2 pitch. Danning doubled his last time up. Danning, a swing and a miss. And big curveball by Whit Wyatt, and that is K number 7 for him. So pitching a fine 3-hitter thus far. Here's Mel Ott, always a danger, but 0 for 2 today. Here's the delivery. Ott swings, and this one high, but nowhere deep enough. Making the catch out there in center field, Dixie Walker. So 2 up, 2 down. Giants stymied by Whit Wyatt thus far. Mickey Owens sets. Wyatt delivers to Babe Young, who is 0 for 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Young cuts on this one, and this is a line drive base hit left field. So the New York Giants getting their hits, it seems, after 2 outs and unable to capitalize. So Young, not a lot of speed at first. Here comes JoJo Moore. He is 1 for 2. Wyatt with a check of the runner. The 1-1 pitch to JoJo Moore. Moore swings. This should end the inning. Little pop-up on the infield, and Pee Wee Reese calls for it. Can o' corn. Middle of the 7th inning, and we are at 1-0 here in opening day at Ebbets Field. Let's check up here on our wonderful community and how everybody's doing tonight. Bernie said, I've always wanted to do a broadcast like you were a fan just talking to the guy sitting next to him in the stands. Oh, absolutely, right? I mean, that's really kind of what it's all about. But Bernie, you do a really good job. I like your style. And that's the way you do call the game. I feel like you're, I could be hanging out, with you sitting at a game at Fenway Park, and you're kind of talking to me while you're doing the ball game. And I mean, there's no downing your baseball knowledge. So you gotta love a guy who saw Ted Williams play. I mean, how cool is that? Jeez. All right, Alex Kemporis, Mickey Owen, and Whit Wyatt due up for them bums here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 your score here, as Schumacher with the 2-1 delivery to Kemporis grounded out. 2 Schumachers last time up, and this one line to left, and this will get down for a base hit. Brooklyn, that's his 6th base knock in the game. So Kemporis average speed at first. Here is catcher Mickey Owen, 0 for 2. Schumacher with a check of the runner. Here's the 0-1. The runner goes. And the bunt's a good one, and the only place to go is first base. So Schumacher sacrifices, and Kemporis already off with the pitch. So, a kind of semi-hit and run, you might say. All right. And I'm sorry, it was Mickey Owen, not Whit Wyatt, that made that sacrifice. So Kemporis in scoring position at second, and now comes the pitcher Whit Wyatt. Schumacher with the delivery, and Wyatt swings, comebacker to the mound, and Schumacher's only play will be to first, and moving to third on the play is Alex Kemporis, and we're back at the top of the Dodger order. Pee Wee Reese, who is 1 for 2. Schumacher from the stretch, the 1-0. Reese swings, little number back to the mound. Schumacher having trouble getting it out of the glove. Close play at first, and Pee Wee Reese beats it out. So the RBI single, and it's an infield single for Reese, giving the Brooklyn Dodgers their second run. So both of Reese's hits in this game have been infield singles. So Brooklyn getting it done on a sacrifice and an infield single thus far. 2-0. Here is Paul Wainer. Big Poison, nothing for 2. Schumacher checks Reese at first. Reese does have some wheels. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Wainer swings, and this one, fly ball out toward right center field, and making the catch is Johnny Rucker. So the Dodgers do pick up a run. They leave one, and we go to the top of the 8th. It's the Brooklyn Dodgers 2. The New York Giants, nothing. Christopher Slovic is here. Good evening, Christopher. Well, for you, good morning. So good morning to Christopher. He's 9 hours ahead. Robert says he just sent his final file for the Shanks League to Steve Tate. Excellent. So Steve is saying that I guess Saturday is going to be opening day. So I'm usually not on Saturdays. So for everybody, all of you in the Shanks League, I wish you the best of luck. Steve is doing a broadcast on that opening day, so I'm not sure what time. So keep an eye on the Discord and all that stuff, and make sure you have your notifications on if you are subscribed to Steve Tate's channel, and that will be opening day for you guys. So, and I wish you all the best, guys, because I won't be here for that, probably on Saturday. All right, Whit Wyatt now to face Joe Orengo, Billy Jurgis, and Hal Schumacher for the New York Giants. We'll see whether Schumacher will actually bat. He's due up third in the inning. Whit Wyatt has fan 7, has yet to walk a batter through 7. Here is the wind and the 1-1 pitch now to Joe Orengo. Orengo swings, and this one, fly ball to left field, and coming in and making a catch is Ducky Medwick. So 1 up, 1 down here now for Billy Jurgis. Wyatt deals now. Jurgis, nothing for 2. Sorry, guys. And this one, skied to right, and going to his left, and coming in a bit is Paul Wainer to make the catch. Again, we have a little bit of a crosswind, so carrying that ball in some sort of weird angle. And here's how Schumacher will bat for himself. Here's the pitch. Schumacher swings, and this one lined to right, and back at the wall is Paul Wainer. So the Giants go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still the Brooklyn Dodgers 2, and the New York Giants 1. Dixie Walker, Joe Medwick, Cookie Lavagetto, and we'll see Medwick in the next game. But we're going back 7 years. Schumacher deals to Dixie Walker, who is 1 for 3, the 2-2 pitch. Walker swings. This one, soft grounder, actually, to first, and bobbled. So, wow, how about a Babe Young trying to make the toss onto Schumacher. Schumacher can't hold on to it, and they are going to charge that as an error. So that's an E1, and Dixie Walker is aboard. Joe Medwick now, nothing for 2. Schumacher deals the 3-1 pitch. Medwick swings, and this one lined down to left. This is going to carry him around there toward the grandstands. Medwick chugging for 2 as the throw comes into the cutoff man, and he will make it. So the Dodgers now with 2 in scoring position, nobody out. Cookie Lavagetto 1 for 3. So the Dodgers threatening to break it open here. Schumacher from the stretch in the 1-0. Lavagetto, hard grounder to first, and this one dropped by Babe Young. And that is an E3, second error committed by the New York Giants. And the Dodgers have them loaded. Dixie Walker at third, Joe Medwick at second, Cookie Lavagetto at first, and here is Dolph Camilli. Dolph 1 for 2 with an RBI. It was a sacrifice. Schumacher from the stretch, and the 2-1 to Camilli. Camilli swings, and this one sent out to left field on a line, and tagging, and coming in to score is Dixie Walker on the Lavagetto, or on the Camilli, or on the whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. On the sacrifice. I'm probably more tired and probably shouldn't be doing this game, but all right, here comes Alex Camporis now, 1 for 3. It's a 3-0 Brooklyn Dodger lead, and Camporis swings, And this one, a slow roller to shortstop. And when all's said and done, Alex Kempouris has an infield hit. So bases loaded, one down, and here's Mickey Owen. Nothing for two, and Mickey would love to bust it open here for them bums right now. Schumacher out of the stretch. The 1-0 to Owen, and Owen sends this one on a line to center field, going back on it, and making the catch is Johnny Rucker. Tagging and coming in to score is Joe Medwick, as that throw is offline going up the third base line. So Joe Medwick comes in to score. It's Brooklyn 4, New York nothing, in one of the great rivalries in baseball. Whit Wyatt now enjoying this 4-0 lead. Infield trying to just get everybody trying to get this third Dodger out, but the Dodgers breaking it up here big time. Schumacher delivers. Here's the pitch. And this one should end the inning. Grounder to short. And the Brooklyn 8th is over, but 2 errors lead to 2 runs. When we go to the 9th, the New York Giants will try to catch these Brooklyn Dodgers as we're back at the top of the order. Johnny Rucker, Burgess Whitehead, and Harry Danning. Johnny Rucker 1 for 3. Whit Wyatt looking for the complete game win. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Johnny Rucker. Rucker swings, and this one a little flare to left, and that's the 5th base hit for the New York Giants. And we will see a pinch hitter now for the Giants. So Norman Yeager comes in. Yeager is maybe how you say it. We would have to ask Clinton Parks about this. All right. So a check of Johnny Rucker at first. Wyatt delivers. And this one, fly ball right field, and ranging to his right and making the catch is Paul Wainer, gloving it for out number 1. Johnny Rucker gets back to first, and here's Harry Danning 1 for 3. 3-0 pitch to Danning. Danning takes outside, ball 4. So 2 Giants on here in the top of the 9th at Ebbets. And Mel Ott coming to the plate in a swing of the bat, and the Giants are within 1. And Ott certainly has the wherewithal to swing the ash. The 2-2 pitch now to Ott. And Ott swings, hard hit ball out to center field. This one has distance. It's going to bounce off the wall, and at least one's going to score. I think 2 come around to score. Nope. So holding at third is Harry Danning, and Mel Ott picks up an RBI double, and the Giants finally get on the board. It's 4-1 here in the top of the 9th. 2 in scoring position for New York, and here's Babe Young, who is 1 for 3. Harry Danning at third, Mel Ott at second. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Babe Young, and Babe Young laces this one into center, base hit, and he has himself an RBI. So 4-2, Mel Ott will be held up at third base. And just like that, the New York Giants have cut the Brooklyn Dodger lead in half. Whit Wyatt's still in there as JoJo Moore strides to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Whit Wyatt brings it to JoJo Moore. And JoJo Moore wraps this one into the gap all the way back to the wall. 1 run is in. Can the Giants tie it up? Tearing around third is Babe Young, and he will slide, and the New York Giants in the top of the 9th inning, after having been shut out, have plated 4 with 1 out, and we are knotted at 4 here. And the Dodger Symphony Band is so upset they're actually playing something in key. This is huge, baseball fans. All right, here is Maury Arnovich now, and he's a pinch hitter. Don't know much about Maury, so if anybody has any history on Maury, do let me know. Here's Whit Wyatt, JoJo Moore in scoring position at second. 4-4 is your score. The 3-2 pitch now to Arnovich. Arnovich swing and a miss, strike 3. And what a crazy inning so far. So 2 down here, and Billy Jurgis comes to the plate. Billy, nothing for 3. Wyatt with the 1-1 pitch to Billy. And Jurgis hits this one, 1 hopper to third, and up with it is Lavagetto to Camilli to retire the side. But the Giants score 4 runs on 4 hits There were no errors and a runner left in scoring position. Bottom of the ninth. What a game. We could possibly have extras here. Clinton says, I'm forever blowing ball games. And Robert, using the trademark from his channel, saying, ninth inning magic strikes again. Hey, there's Legend Sports Universe. Good evening, Legends. I hope this night finds you well. Clinton says to Bernie that he is a fourth-generation Red Sox fan. His great-grandmother taught him about the game. She was a Royal Rooter. So Clinton having a connection to Ned Nuffsaid McGreevy. Robert asking me to not to forget to check out the Inside Pitch PC game. Oh, I definitely will be checking that, Robert. I had no idea there was a PC version. I do want to get the cards and dice one at some point, but I think that the PC version will be fun. I'll take your advice and get the 1956 baseball season. Why not, man? Why not? I love watching you play it, and also baseball demos. I catch you a lot more just because of your schedule. So yeah, wish I had known earlier. All right. So Legends, there's Steve Tate. So Steve, you're aware, I guess, that because I'd let you know in Robert's chat, but I don't think you read it. Robert submitted his stuff for the Shanks League. It's there. Steve will be doing opening day or opening night on Saturday. So wishing everybody, including Darth Tate, good luck on that one. So good to see you, Steve. All right. Lou Riggs will pinch hit now for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So Pee Wee Reese is out of the game. Paul Wainer and Dixie Walker due up. So the New York Giants, just out of nowhere, plated 4 in the top of the ninth. This looked like Brooklyn's game all the way. Schumacher deals now to Riggs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Riggs swings, and this one a little flare into left, and this is going to get down for a base hit. What Legends might call a little dunker. So Lou Riggs aboard now, and here is Big Poison, 1 for 3. Wainer acquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Schumacher with a 2-1 delivery. Wainer shows bunt and takes low, so the count 3-1. Here it comes to Wainer. Wainer shows bunt, and now the count goes full, 3-2. Interesting choice here to have Paul Wainer bunting. Schumacher deals, and Wainer swings away, base hit past second into center field. And Wainer's going for 2 as the ball is bobbled out there in center field. And so Riggs moves to third, and Wainer ends up at second base. Rucker will be charged with an error, so the third New York Giant error in this game. So that's a single and an E8. And here comes Dixie Walker. So the Giants, or the Dodgers, with an excellent chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth. 4-4, 2 in scoring position. Lou Riggs at third, Paul Wainer at second. And here is Dixie Walker. Dixie 1 for 4 in the game. Schumacher from the stretch in the 2-2 pitch. Walker swings, high pop up on the infield. So this game will continue for another batter. And, make it, dropping the ball at first base is Babe Young. 4th error for the New York Giants. Oh my, oh my. All right, the infield is in, the outfield is in, and we will see Dixie Walker now striding to the plate. 1 for 4, 2 in scoring position, nobody out. It is Brooklyn's game to win. Red Barber, sorry he's missed this one today. The old redhead is doing well, though. Al Schumacher from the stretch. Full count to Walker. And Walker takes inside, ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. Can dem bums win this opening day thriller? We shall see. Now, some people call it Pete Reiser. Some people say Pete Reiser. I'm terrible with German names. Clinton, I am going to have to wait to see how to pronounce it. I've heard it both. So, there we go. Texax says, is the PC game cheating us? Love it. That could be. Why not? All right, Schumacher now surrounded by them bums and nowhere to put. We'll just say Pete Reiser for right now. There we go. Bernie says the inside pitch PC game is great and easier to play than the cards and dice game. Only issue is that you have is no computer manager. They were a bit smaller, Robert. In the dead ball era, they were really, really small. And in fact, in that era, in dead ball, they would actually cut holes in the palm of the glove itself so that they could get a better grip in the ball. Frequently, there was maybe a strip of leather for webbing. But yeah, even in the 1940s, you still didn't have the big gloves. The other, of course, I'm sure you know that what they used to do in the 20s, the teens, 20s, 30s, whatever, is they would toss their gloves, leave their gloves out on the field, and both teams would do that. Don't know why the practice was stopped. There was never any recorded incident of a player tripping over a glove out in the outfield. And old-time baseball guys talk about how cool it was at the end of an inning. You would just see all the fielders, the outfielders, not the infielders, but the outfielders throwing their gloves off, leaving them out there. It was like this sort of flurry of leather, if you will, in the outfield. And that's something I wish I could have seen. But I don't think anybody in this chat has probably ever seen that. We're talking going back a ways. All right. Anyhow, here is Pete Reeser. I'm going to keep calling him Reeser. Schumacher deals with the bases loaded. Reeser swings, grounder to second to throw home, and back to first, and they turn the double play. Wow, 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 wow. Big play. We got to look at that one again. So now not necessarily game over as Jimmy Waddell, who I don't think is in any way related to Rube Waddell, strides to the plate as a pinch hitter. But let's look at this again. What a play, what a play, what a play. They gun home and back to first. Wow. This could be the play of the game right here. Now, if Johnny Waddell can walk it off here, then that's not going to matter. But got to give the Giants some credit for that. Great heads-up work by Danning and Babe Young. All right, Paul Wainer at third, Dixie Walker at second, first base open, and Dolph Camilli waiting on deck. And it's Wasdell. So there's my eyes messing up. So Johnny Wasdell. I think that Schumacher rather pitched to Wasdell than Camilli. So here's the 1-1 pitch to Wasdell, and Wasdell swings, grounded deep to short, and from the knees, and it's an error. It's an E6, and 2 runs are going to score. And after that brilliant double play by the New York Giants, it's the E6 that ends the game, the 5th error for the New York Giants. Tough loss for them as they come all the way back, only to lose in the bottom of the 9th. Let's look at our recap. Opening day is over here at Ebbets Field. Dodgers top New York 5-4. The Brooklyn Dodgers ushered in the 1941 season with a win versus the New York Giants at Ebbets Field. The final score is 5-4. Starting pitcher Whit Wyatt, who finished second in the American League in saves with 5 in 1935. Boy, that's going way back. Had a standout performance. Wyatt, now 1-0, was the winner. In 9 innings, he gave up 8 hits while striking out 8, walking 1, and allowing 4 runs. Defensive lapse proved costly in the contest, with the game tied in the bottom of the 9th. An error by the Giants allowed the Dodgers to score the winning run. So it is 5-4. The second run, of course, not counting. But wow, what a crazy ending to that game. Your player of the game is Whit Wyatt, and we will leave that one. And we'll go to the league home. Since this is opening day, what we'll do is we're just going to auto-play everything. There's the little ticker down there, and actually it looks like, a lot of good games coming up. But, let's just do this and continue. Read important message. Huzzah, da-da-da-da. Review depth charts. Review this. Finish today. And there we go. I don't want to review the depth charts. I don't want to review my rotation. And I don't want to play the game against the Giants. Just take a quick look and see who won on that opening day. And actually a couple games in. So the Yankees 2-0 to start 1941. And the Cubs, Phillies, Dodgers, and Reds all at 1-0. So we leave 1941 and we go back to 1934. So Robert says that he had 5 errors in his 2016 All-Star game. The National League committed 5 and the American League committed 1. Wow. I got close enough, Clinton. Billy Jurgis. But thank you for that. I was waiting for the Pete Reiser, actually, and you're saying it's Razor. I've never heard it pronounced Razor. I've heard Riser and Reeser. So, Baseball Reference has a player pronunciation guide. Maybe we'll have to look that up too. It's because now I'm even more confused. All right, let's do file, load game, and where's 1934? There we go. So the way, way, way back machine now. A team that I love so very, 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 very much. The 1934 Gas House Gang Cardinals. All right. So on their last game, they defeated the Chicago Cubs 5-4. Today, once again, they'll be hosting the Cubs, and this isn't going to be. This will be Lon Warnke versus Dizzy Dean. So let's go. Thanks for hanging out for this doubleheader. 1940s and 1930s baseball. All right, for the visiting Chicago Cubs. And again, I love the fact that these logos are just beautiful, aren't they? They're awesome. Leading off at third base, Woody English. Batting second at second base, Billy Herman. Chuck Klein, the slugger, in left field, will bat in the number 3 slot. Babe Herman in right field bats cleanup for the Cubbies. Tuck Stainback batting fifth in center field. Charlie Grimm at first base in the number 6 position. We saw Charlie Grimm yesterday in Game 1 of our 1929 World Series. And here's Billy Jurgis again. Ha ha! How about it? So he's batting 7th at shortstop. Jurgis. Batting 8th, Hall of Fame catcher Gabby Hartnett. And Lon Warnke will take the hill for the Cubbies. And bat 9th. He is 1-0 on the season thus far, a 2.00 under an average. A whip of 1.11, 4 strikeouts per 9, no walks per 9. For the hometown St. Louis Gas House Gang Cardinals, leading off in center field, Gene Moore, batting second, left fielder Jack Rothrock, and batting third, Hall of Famer, the Fordham Flash, Frankie Frisch at second base. Batting cleanup tonight, interestingly, or today I should say, at third base, the wild horse of the Osage, Pepper Martin. Batting fifth in right field, Joe Medwick, Hall of Famer. Batting sixth, catching, Spud Davis. Batting seventh, Ripper Collins at first base. Ripper would be the National League home run champion of 1934. Leo the Lip DeRocher, who got his nickname from Babe Ruth, at short and batting eighth. And Old Diz is batting ninth and pitching. Thank you, Windows Defender. Yes, indeed. All right. Diz off to a lousy start. Again, he's 0-1, but he got rocked in the first game of the season, and he has an 11.57 earned run average, and yeah, that's pretty ouchy. So we are on our way now to Sportsman's Park in 1934. Attendance today 7,302. We have clear skies, 53 degrees here in the Show Me State, and the wind blowing out to center at 10 miles per hour. Let's go. Sportsman's Park. I love Sportsman's Park. I just want to change the view a little bit here. Let's see what wide does. Oh, that's even worse. Jeez. Oh my God. What's wide TV camera look like? All right, let's do this for the initial, and then for the pitch, we'll leave it at wide TV as well. And then the action camera, this is where it gets kind of meh. And we'll do the overview. Okay. Woody English to lead it off here, hitting 154, 4 runs batted in, a home run. Dizzy Dean ready to deal to him. And we will do our little fly around here of Sportsman's Park in St. Louis. And pretend you don't see those modern buildings there. Again, these Parks are all geo-referenced. And high socks, gotta love it. And here we go. Woody English sends us out to second base. A diving stop at second, but it's not going to be enough. Frankie Frisch making the nice stop. But Woody English picking up the infield single. So good stop by Frisch. That easily could have been a double. Here's Billy Herman. Herman hitting 167 for the Cubbies. Dizzy Dean checks the runner, Woody English, at first. And here's the delivery to Herman. Herman swings. And this one scorched into center. This will get down for a base hit. Woody English is rounding second, and he will hold there. Actually, I like this this angle here. It's really nice looking. All right, here is Chuck Klein. Cousin Ken should know a lot about Chuck Klein. Great sluggers of the game. Great years with the Philadelphia Phillies. Did Chuck Klein make it into the Shanks League? I have no idea. So... Bernie saying ex-Red Sox managers all over the place. Billy Herman, Billy Jergas. Okay, so Clinton says, according to a little website, it's Pete Reiser. Okay, then Reiser it shall be. Okay. Pete Reiser it is. Legend saying that Chuck Klein is being added to the Phillies in the Franchise Sports Baseball League Year 2. Great to hear that. Chuck Klein fan here. Guy doesn't get the love he deserves and should. All right, and everybody, we got a lot of Dizzy Dean fans here. So Davis sets the target, Dizzy Dean to deliver to the slugger Chuck Klein. The 1-2 pitch. Klein looks at one in the outside corner. Diz picks up a strikeout. So 1 down, 2 on here. Babe Herman at first, Woody English at second. I'm sorry, yeah. And what? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, hold on. I think we have, Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem, and I have to actually cancel out this game. Because we have 2 Babe Hermans. Or no, we don't. Wait. Do we? Nah, we have Billy Herman and Babe Herman. Holy shit. Because I've gone through these rosters, I'm thinking, how did that happen? All right. So we're good. Billy Herman at first, Babe Herman at bat. Damn, that was scary. All right, back to game action. Diz deals the 2-2. Babe Herman looks at a knee buckler. Strike 3. Diz bringing the curve. So 2 down, 2 on top of the first. And here's Tuck Stainback. Stainback, 182 hitter, 2 for 11 to start the season. Dizzy Dean brings it. Stainback swings, and this one... line drive, right field, and a diving catch out there by Ducky Medwick to retire the side. No runs on 2 hits and 2 left on by the Chicago Cubs. We go to the bottom of the first. The Cubs nothing, and the Gas House Cardinals coming to bat. We're going to have a quick look at that great play by Medwick in right field. Nice sliding play. Panache, baby. All right. Leading off here, center fielder Gene Moore. Gene Moore hitting 250. Lon Warnicki into his wind, and the 1-2 pitch to Gene Moore. And the lefty, a swing and a miss on the fastball. So Warnicki picks up strikeout number 1 as Jack Rothrock strides to the plate. Rothrock off to a 250 start, 4 runs batted in for him. Warnicki has the sign from Gabby Hartnett. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Rothrock. Cut on, and this one grounded to short, and this one gobbled up by Jergas, making a good play out there at first. So just getting Jack Rothrock, and here comes the great Frankie Frisch. And I do know Frisch made the Shanks League this time. The Fordham Flash hitting .438 on the young season. Warnicki deals now with 2 down to Frisch. Frisch swings. This one, slow ground ball to third. They're going to have to hurry their throw, and they get Frisch by a half a step. So the St. Louis Cardinals go in order. We go to the top of the second inning, and we are scoreless here. Jolly Charlie Grimm, Billy Jergas, and Gabby Hartnett due up for the Northsiders. Dizzy with 2 strikeouts, ready to rock. Here is the 0-1 pitch, and Grimm shows bunt. This one rolling foul on the right-hand side. The count now 0-1-2. Here it comes. and swung on, and a little, oh, nice play. Little soft liner to second. DeRocher ranging to his left from short makes the play. So one down now. Billy Jurgis steps in. Jurgis hitting 429 with a solo home run in the season. Diz delivers. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Jurgis swings, and this one is going to be slapped all the way down to the corner in left field. Jurgis is going for 2. Is he going to go for 3? No, he will not. Rothrock getting the ball back in quickly. A little bit of, looks like there's a little English put on that ball, if Woody English won't mind the really bad pun there. Here comes Gabby Hartnett. Just 4 years later, after this season, his infamous homer in the Gloman versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, in a contested race between those, a hot race between those Cubs and Bucks in 1938, and it was Gabby's homer in the Gloman. You guys can look up that story and why it was called that and what it's about. Dizzy Dean deals to Hartnett. Hartnett swings, and this one flare to left. This will get down for a base hit. And holding there at third is Billy Jurgis. Jurgis had to hold up. Wasn't sure whether that was going to be caught by DeRocher at short. So runners at the corners for the Chicago Cubs. One away, and here's Lon Warneke, who is 1 for 3 in the season. Dizzy Dean from the stretch, and the pitch to his mound opponent. Warneke will send this soft liner right to second base. Frankie Frisch making the play. And the Cubs do not capitalize. And we head to the bottom of the second inning, and we are scoreless in St. Louis. And it will be Pepper Martin, Ducky Medwick, and Spud Davis due up for the Gas House Gang. Warneke deals to Pepper Martin, who is hitting just 125 with 2 runs batted in. Here it comes to the wild horse of the Osage, and this one a soft liner out to right field, and Babe Herman giving chase, calling off Tuck Steinbach. So 1 up, 1 down for Ducky Medwick, power hitter. Medwick, with 2 runs batted in, has yet to home run, off to a .235 start in this season. Warneke with a full count to Medwick, the payoff pitch. And this one, just a little looper into center field, and coming on is Tuck Steinbach. So a couple softly hit balls out there in the outfield, and Chicago able to get to those quite handily. All right, batting with 2 down, bases empty. Here's the catcher, Spud Davis, hitting .286. Warneke deals. Davis swings on the first pitch. Routine 2-hopper to short. And not a problem for Billy Jurgis. So, St. Louis Cardinals go in order. We go to the top of the third here at Sportsman's Park. And we are scoreless. So, let me see. Got Jennifer run a few minutes, enjoying it, looking Federal League, rather slow start. So Ken Castro, I believe, asking Clinton Parks to start up the 1914 Federal League again. Nice. All right. Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis, shrewd man that he was given the Federal League case and delayed judgment on it, and it was a shrewd move on his part, as the Federal League just could not hold on financially. And was it a coinky-dink that Judge Landis then becomes the autocratic first baseball commissioner? I think not. All right, here's Woody English. We're back at the top of the Chicago order. Babe Herman and Chuck Klein. So thanks for hanging around for some 1934 baseball. So yes, we are well out of the dead ball era, but still a great time in baseball. Dizzy Dean works to Woody English. English swings, and this one, a roller down the third. This is going to be a long throw by Pepper Martin, and Woody English is disposed of with panache. I'm liking that word tonight. He is consumed with neither grace nor gravy. All right, Billy Herman now will have a go. He is 1 for 1. Chicago with 4 hits in this game. Dizzy Dean with a 3-1 pitch to Herman. And Billy Herman sends this one to the gap and right. This will go down for extra bases. Herman going for second. A shorter right field here in St. Louis. And Herman going for 3. The throw hits the cutoff man. The throw to third. The slide, the tag. This one close. And he is safe. Wow. Okay, so Billy Herman turned it on the Jets here. And you can look at the dimensions of Sportsman. Definitely longer to left field. But here we go. 1 out. Triple. And here's Chuck Klein now. Slugger is nothing for one. Dizzy Dean from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch to Klein. Klein, a swing and a miss. Fastball. And this one looks like Klein chasing out of the strike zone. So 2 down here now for Babe Herman. Herman looking to break this deadlock here. Nothing for one. Diz again out of the stretch. Here's the 2-2 to Babe Herman. And Herman swings. This one could get down, and it does. Babe Herman has himself an RBI single as Billy Herman scores in the play, and the Cubs take an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. Tuck Stainback batting with 1 on, 2 down. Babe Herman at first. Stainback nothing for one. Old Diz lets it go. And the runner goes. Here's the throw down, and they got him dead to rights. So Chicago's inning ends on the caught stealing, but they do pick up a run on 2 base hits. No errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Cubs 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Ripper Collins, Leo DeRocher, and Dizzy Dean due up here. So Steve Tate says, just finishing your not so easy to find photos for your players, Ken Castro, and the photo pack will be done. All right. Warnicki to deal now to Ripper Collins. And Collins swings, and if you'll excuse me, he rips this one into center field for a base hit. Collins making a big turn at first, but he will hold there. So Collins aboard for Leo the Lip. DeRocher, 7 for 13 in the season, 4 ribbies, including a home run. Warnicki checks Collins at first. The 2-2 pitch. DeRocher swings. Grounder. Will they get 2? The 5, the 4, and the 3. So 2 outs now, and here comes old Diz, nothing for 2 in the season. Warnicki's 2 out, 0-1 delivery. Dizzy swings, comebacker to the mound. Warnicki, in plenty of time, fires on to first, and that retires the side. So the Cardinals get nothing, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. It's the Cubs 1, Cardinals nothing. So do we tuck Stainback, Jolly Charlie Grimm, and Billy Jurgis to bat for the Chicago Cubs. Diz is fan 3, but finds himself down 1-0. St. Louis only managing 1 hit thus far off of Cubs hurler Lon Warnicki. Davis sets the target, Dizzy Dean into the wind, and the 0-1 delivery. Stainback, who lined out his last time out, hard grounder to first base, and Ripper Collins tries to get the toss over to Dizzy Dean. Dean juggling it, and that's going to be an error on Dizzy Dean. So E1, unfortunate for the Chicago Cubs. So Tuck Stainback on at first, and here's Jolly Charlie Grimm. Grimm nothing for one. Dean with a check of the runner. The 1-0 pitch to Grimm. Grimm cuts on this one. Fly ball, medium center, and making the grab is Moore for out number 1. Tuck Stainback gets back to first. Billy Jurgis 1 for 1 in the contest. Dizzy Dean lets her rip. Here's the 0-1. Jurgis swings, and this one gapped into center field, and this should score a run. We'll see. In the deepest part of Sportsman's Park, Jurgis going for 3. He will have the RBI. Triple. So there we go. Tuck Stainback comes in to score, and the Cubs now with a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. So the Gas House gang, I think, left the gas out of the tank. Here's Gabby Hartnett now. Hartnett batting in the number 8 slot. He is 1 for 1. Jurgis at third, 1 away. Dean from the stretch, and the 2-1 pitch to Hartnett. Hartnett swings high pop fly in the infield, and waiting for this one to come down is Frankie Frisch, and he makes the catch. 2 away, another one in here for the Cubbies, and here comes Lon Warnicki, who is nothing for 1. Dean lets it go. The 1-2. Warnicki swings. Grounder to short. This one should end the inning. And indeed it does, as DeRocher makes the play to Ripper Collins to retire the side. But the Cubs pick up a run. They strand one, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Chicago Cubs 2. St. Louis Cardinals nothing. So Steve Tate says that he wrote to the Smithsonian and he's waiting for a package. Clinton Park says he's missing the one in 1883, the Providence Graves of Ken Castro. Clinton says he'll help. He says to Steve, he's the one wearing the F-ball leather on his head. They didn't have tinfoil back then. Clinton, I agree with you. He says shame is when they built the new Busch Stadium. Clinton says he'd hoped they would have paid reverence to Sportsman's Park. These are the true cathedrals in baseball. Yeah, I really wish they would have. I mean, they made it a retro stadium. Why not put some nice touches from Sportsman's Park where some absolutely fantastic baseball was played? Well. All right, here's Gene Moore. We're back at the top of the order for the Gas House Gang. Jack Rothrock and Frankie Frisch to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals down 2-0 right now. Warnicki deals. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Moore struck out his last time, and this one grounded, diving, stop at short, but then dropping the ball is Billy Jurgis. And they're going to award Gene Moore the hit. So here comes Jack Rothrock now. He is nothing for one. So Jurgis making a fine stop on that play, but not getting the throw off. Warnicki deals to Rothrock. Rothrock swings, and this one, long way to right field, but in the glove of Babe Herman. So good play out there in right field as Gene Moore gets back to first. So one down. Good contact by Rothrock, but probably about 7 feet too low. Here is the Fordham Flash. He is nothing for one. Warnicki rubbing up the ball. Has the sign from Gabby Hartnett. Here's the pitch. And this one lined to right by Frankie Frisch. This will get down for a base hit. And Frisch picks up St. Louis's third hit now. Cardinals trying to get something going. 2 on, 1 down, bottom of the fourth. And here comes Pepper Martin. Martin nothing for one. Warnicki checks the runners. Delivers. Here's the payoff pitch to Pepper Martin, and Martin just a little slapper into center field, base hit. Martin could pick up the RBI. The throw to the plate, and this one is going to go all the way to the backstop, and the St. Louis Cardinals pick up a run, and they will charge that as an error. It looks like an E8. Let's go back and well, we're not going to worry about it. Let's just actually look at it this way. Just a regular play-by-play. See what happens here. So here's the throw, and this one gets by Hartnett. So we will see who gets the error. The replay really not telling us much of anything. Frankie Frisch at third, Pepper Martin at first. Cardinals with a run in now, and here is Joe Medwick. Nothing for one. Warnicki deals to the Cardinal slugger. And this one is going to be a wild pitch, and coming in to score is Frankie Frisch, and the St. Louis Cardinals tie it up here. Courtesy of a couple gifts here by the Chicago Cubs, were knotted at 2. So Gabby Hartner having to chase that one all the way to the backstop as well. Warnicki ready to deal now. Pepper Martin just 90 feet away at third. Still 1 out. Cardinals looking to take a lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Warnicki from the stretch in the full count. Swing and a miss. So strike 3, and Joe Medwick will take a seat. And here is Spud Davis, who is nothing for one now. 2 down, tie score. Warnicki deals to Spud Davis. Grounded out his last time, grounded to short this time, and up and over with it is Jurgis to Grimm to retire the side. But the Cardinals pick up 2, they leave 1, and we're knotted at 2 as we head to the top of the 5th here. at Sportsman's Park in St. Louis. Would love to see the Forbes Field clock there, clock in at PNC Park. Um, what the Pirates did do, however, so I'll give them a little bit more credit on this one. While PNC Park really doesn't bear any resemblance to Forbes, there is a little bit of resemblance to Exposition Park. But what's interesting is it's built very close to where Exposition Park was actually built. So where Three River Stadium was on the North Shore in Pittsburgh, I forget which parking lot it was, but home plate was painted on the into the parking lot at Three River Stadium where home plate was situated at Old Exposition. But Exposition had that kind of open kind of view of the Pittsburgh, right, the confluence of the Three Rivers there, looking across to Point Park. And PNC at least does have that. So it does have a slight resemblance to Exposition Park. But it would have been nice to see some elements of Forbes Field, certainly. That being said, though, the new Busch Stadium is a beautiful retro park. It really is. Nice park. But I agree with you, Clinton, on both counts, on the Buccos and the Redbirds. All right, Woody English starts it off here in the fifth for the Chicago Cubs. English 1 for 2. Dizzy Dean now with a 1-2 pitch to Woody English. Woody English looks at a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3. So hang up a K for Diz, and here comes Billy Herman. He's a perfect 2 for 2 in the game. The 0-2 pitch now. Billy Herman tripled last time, and that one a called strike 3 in the same location, in the same pitch by Dizzy Dean. So 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Chuck Klein, nothing for 2. Diz with 5 strikeouts. Klein struck out last time, and this one line to center, or line to right, base hit, soft liner, and this will get down for a base hit. So that is hit number 8 for the Chicago Cubs, and here comes Babe Herman. Babe Herman 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Chuck Klein at first. Dizzy Dean checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch to Herman. Herman could not hold up his swing. The ump said he crossed the plane, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Cubs and Cardinals knotted at 2. Tex Ag said he visited PNC Park. Saw him play the game when he went to see the Aggies play Pittsburgh in F-ball. And really, really nice park. PNC's beautiful. Yep. All right, so Steve Teddy says that the package has arrived from the Smithsonian Institute, and the photos are done. So, guys, again, for those of you who are involved, and if you're not, check out Steve Tate's channel. Please do subscribe to it. They will be holding opening night of the Shanks 3.0 League. And let me move this out of the way. Sound will cut out for a minute, and there we go, and back on. So, good stuff. We have Bernie Strom that's going to be broadcasting a few games in Shanks. And so will Dwayne Martz, and, MV making some guest appearances here and there. So, it's going to be fun. The league will probably run about, I'm guessing, 2 weeks or so. And then we'll be ready for Shanks 4.0, or you guys will be ready for Shanks 4.0. I don't think I'll be involved in that one at all, as I really want to restart do the next Ned McGreevy. So this will be my sort of bow out from Shanks. I love it. I really do love Shanks, but I'm just dying to get back to dead ball action. All right. Ripper Collins, Leo DeRocher, and Dizzy Dean due up here now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Warnicki ready to deal to Ripper, who is 1 for 1. Here's the 1-0 to Collins. Collins swings on this one, and line to left. Pretty good distance, but not quite enough, as Chuck Klein will make the catch near the wall for out number 1. Pardon me, Leo the Lip, nothing for 1. Warnicki deals. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Last time up, DeRocher grounded out. This one is seeing eye single up the middle. So DeRocher tearing around first, but he's going to hold. Not wishing to run on the arm of Tuck Stainback. Here is Diz, nothing for one. Corners in, looking bunt, as you would expect. And Dean shows bunt, gets a good one down the first base line. The only play will be to first. Grimm fires on to Herman, covering at first. And moving into scoring position with 2 down now is Leo DeRocher. We're back at the top of the Cardinals order, and Gene Moore, who is 1 for 2. Warnicki with a 2-2 pitch. And Moore looks at a called strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left in scoring position. We go to the 6th, and we are still tied at 2. So, Texax says, when you do replay, do you play every game of the team you control? So I'm guessing he's talking about cards and dice baseball. Evening, Todd. Hope you're doing well. All right, Tuck Stainback will lead it off here for the Cubs, followed by Charlie Grimm and Billy Jurgas. Dizzy Dean with 6 strikeouts deals to Stainback. Stainback swings, high popper on the infield. Everybody converging toward first, but making the catch is Ripper Collins. Is that ball twisting off to the right a little bit. 1 up, 1 down here for first baseman Charlie Grimm, who's nothing for 1. Dizzy into his windup, and here's the payoff pitch. And Charlie Grimm swings. This one a sinking liner to center, but this will find the glove of Gene Moore. So 2 up, 2 down here for the shortstop Billy Jurgas, who we saw in game 1 of our doubleheader in Brooklyn. Jurgas 2 for 2 with an RBI here. Dizzy Dean with the payoff pitch to Jurgas. Had a run-scoring triple, and this time looks at a called strike 3. Diz picks up number 7 in terms of strikeouts. The Cubs go in order, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we are knotted at 2. The Cubs at 2-8-1, and the Cardinals at 2-5-1. Make sure everybody, there's been a lot of great baseball content by Bernie Strom, by Dwayne Martz, Steve Tate has been some really cool exploratory looking at the Shanks League, getting things set up, doing a couple games there. MV had a fun game tonight, an exhibition game between Detroit and Hagerstown. So Dwayne's team against Steve's team. So and everybody else that's creating baseball and lesser sports contests, contact. Christopher Slovic looking for legends to come back and do baseball. I know he's doing some other sports right now, but excited to see legends beginning, he said, somewhere around Labor Day or so. The Franchise Stars Baseball League, too. And last I heard from Legends, he's working on the draftees for the next season. Here is left fielder Jack Rothrock, nothing for 2. Warnicki has struck out 3 batters. No walks issued by him. The 0-1 delivery to Rothrock. Rothrock swings, and this one a soft liner to left field, and it lazily drops into the glove of Chuck Klein. So 1 up, 1 down here now for Frankie Frisch. 1 for 2. Warnicki with the payoff pitch to Frisch. Singled his last time up, and Frisch, slow roller to second, bobbled. This one bobbled by Billy Herman. So that is going to be an E4. Second error committed by the Chicago Cubs. And Steve Tate said that he did Howie Shank's photo today. Nice. Oh, and Texax says, and PC as well. You do not play every game as we're in the game. Maybe the better question is, do you sim games quickly or sim them by watching every batter? I never quick sim games is my answer. I haven't done a season replay. I'm doing one now, I guess, or 2 of them, kind of messing around. But I actually would just pick a team and manage it if I'm doing a season replay. And the last season replay that I finished was shortly before I started broadcasting on here. And funny enough, it was 1919. It was the 1919 baseball season. It's been getting a lot of talk around here as of late. So Texag's going to be starting a 1919 replay on his own. So be looking forward. I've been thinking about it, and I think maybe having 2 1919s running might be a little strange. And I've already done 1919 some years ago, so I'm going to pick another one after the next McGreevy. All right. In the meantime, just have fun with 1934, 1941, I guess. Pepper Martin, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Occasionally, though, what I will do is if I see a matchup on that day, even in a season replay, I'll at least watch it. I think it's always fun. MLB The Show, I like to just watch the games. So if I ever did a season replay in that game, it would take me as long as Robbie Wartburg is taking to do 1908, if not longer. Warnicki deals to the wild horse of the Osage, and Martin's going to dump this one into left field. Base hit. And going to third, Frankie Frisch. This is going to be a close play. The throw a little bit offline, however. And Frankie Frisch is safe. So here come the Cardinals with runners at the corners, 1 down, and Ducky Joe Medwick. So at first base, Pepper Martin. At third, Frankie Frisch. Medwick, nothing for 2. Warnicki out of the stretch. And the runner goes, the throw down, and they got Pepper Martin dead to rights. So 2 down, and now a runner just on third. So, but that's the way these Cardinals played. Risky baseball. It's why one of the reasons I love this team. Good mixture of post dead ball and dead ball tactics, all rolled into one. Warnicki deals the 0-1 pitch to Medwick. Medwick swings. This one a routine grounder to short. This will end the inning as Jurgis fires on to Charlie Grimm. And that is the inning. The error does not bite the Chicago Cubs as we head to the 7th inning. And we are still knotted at 2. So Clinton has done 1919. So, yeah, 1919 is it's a fun season to do. And I think for many people, it's to see whether they can either like have the Reds beat the Chicago White Sox without any help from Arnold Rothstein and Sports Sullivan and Sleepy Bill Burns and Abe Attell, or do the Cincinnati Reds, right? Do the Reds win? Do the White Sox win? And it's a fun season. The Cincinnati Reds had some pretty good players on that team. I still say that the White Sox would have won that series. No offense to Reds fans, but I think the White Sox were clearly the better team. I don't know. Certainly, we can kindly talk about that, but I think the White Sox were heavily favored, and even before there was any talk of whatever going on, but they were heavily favored in that 19 series. But the Reds did win. They did win. So. All right, Gabby Hartnett, Lon Warnicki, and Woody English do up. Diz deals the payoff pitch to Hartnett. Hartnett swing and a miss. Dizzy Dean bringing a fastball. That is strikeout number 8. Dizzy Dean looking a lot more like the Dizzy Dean we know of in this game than back on opening day. So here's Lon Warnicki now, nothing for 2. Dean deals to his mound opponent. Warnicki cuts on the first pitch. Soft little flare to second. Frankie Frisch going out on the outfield grass to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And the lineup will swing around to the top. And Woody English, 1 for 3. The 2-2 pitch to English. English swing and a miss. And Dizzy Dean bringing the strikeout power. This time dropping the hammer. The Cubbies go in order. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We are knotted at 2 here at Sportsman's Park. A 1934 season replay of mostly the Gas House Gang Cardinals, though we will be meeting the Giants. We'll be doing a couple of New York Giants games as a powerful team there. And we'll even look for some Yankees Red Sox over in the junior circuit. Spud Davis will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, as far as dead ball, I would agree with you, Ken. That being said, you know, I guess if you're going to play 2 dead ball seasons, not bad. You know, and 1919 has such cachet. And as far as 1908, well, I think if you're going to introduce anybody to dead ball baseball, there was talk on Robert's channel last night. And, you know, while everybody there agreed, including Robert, that 1908 is one of the greatest baseball seasons of all time, I would maintain it is, and not because I'm a fan of dead ball, I believe that 1908 is the greatest baseball season of all time. those two pennant races, the more famous National League pennant race, um, finished with the Cubbies in first, the Giants and Pirates finishing a game back in second. But the American League was even tighter. Detroit taking it that year by just a half game. So you had two pennant races going down to the wire. And to me, I think as far as, I don't know, great season, but certainly I think the greatest pennant race of all time has to be the 1908 season, bar none. Seasons that you don't see a lot of people replay in dead ball, Ken, and I think you'd agree with this, would be like 1906. You don't really see that a lot, especially a 1906 American League. 1918, the shortest season in the dead ball era, curtailed because of Woodrow Wilson's work or fight order. You probably are not going to see. I don't know. 1905 is a good season. If you guys want to do a good dead ball season, 1905, those New York Giants were an amazing team in 1905, and you still had very tough and very, very formidable Cubs and Pirates teams. So 1905, certainly good. 1904, if you're a Yankees fan, you might want to mess around with that. There's some connection with the Yankees. 1911, of course, the big name change, but there's some good seasons in dead ball, certainly. Absolutely love it. 1914, can you take the Miracle Braves, right? So historically in last place at July 4th, and they go on to win it all. So Bernie, there's hope for your 1912 Red Sox in your replay. Warnicki deals now to Spud Davis. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Davis grounded out last time, and this one lofted to left and down into the waiting glove of Chuck Klein. So 1 up, 1 down. Ripper Collins, 1 for 2. Warnicki with the 1-1 pitch to Collins. And Collins swings. This one grounded to first. And up with it is Charlie Grimm and fires to Warnicki, covering first. And Ripper Collins is out number 2. Here's Leo DeRocher, 1 for 2. Warnicki deals the count even at 2-2 on the lip. DeRocher swings. Hard ground ball. Gobbled up there at short by Billy Jurgis. Does a little juggling act, I think, for the fans, and tosses it on to first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the 8th. It is still 2-2 here at Sportsman's Park. 1914 Braves, great stuff. Red Sox fans, of course, are going to love Red Sox 1915, 16, 17, 18, 19 to see Babe Ruth, and some great Red Sox teams there. So Ken says he has to first do every 19th. So I would actually, Todd B. I'm that weird that I would play 1926 to see if Ruth doesn't steal second to end the World Series. Right? Yeah. I know. Why not? All right. 1900 would be fun. So Clinton Park says in 1908 going. But Tex Ags asked quickly about 1906. So you had a very, very powerful Cubs team in 1906, right? In the National League. In the American League, you had the White Sox, right? And they were called the Hitless Wonders. And going into that 1906 World Series, and it's a tough team to manage. They really, really don't have a lot of. It's the pitching for the 1906 White Sox, and the 06 Cubs are a great baseball team, and the White Sox upended them in the World Series. And I think a fun replay to do would be 1906 American League, and actually take those world champion Chicago White Sox and see what you can do with them, especially if you meet those Cubbies in the World Series. Nobody expected the Hitless Wonders to do it, and they did, and a lot of it had to do with Ed Walsh. All right, here's Billy Herman now to lead it off here for the Chicago Cubs. It'll be followed by Chuck Klein and Babe Herman. Boy, remember, I'm sorry I panicked earlier. I'm like, I have 2 Babe Hermans in the game. Jeez. All right, here's the 3-1 pitch to Billy, And Billy swings and slaps this one into center field. And this will get down in front of Gene Moore for a base hit. So a runner aboard for Chicago. It's a go-ahead run, and Chuck Klein strides to the plate. The left-handed left fielder is 1 for 3. Clinton doing the 1914 Miracle Braves. Dean deals. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chuck Klein swings, and this one lined hard into left, base hit. And here come the Cubs, and going for 3, the throw to third, and Billy Herman is safe at third. Gutsy play by Billy Herman off on that off on the Chuck Klein single. Expected Billy Herman to stop at second, but turning him on and getting to third easily. Here is Babe Herman. Could break this tie. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. The infield actually playing in, it looks like, on this play. Dizzy Dean with the 0-2. Babe Herman, swing and a miss. And Dizzy Dean has recorded 10 strikeouts now. And we will see a pinch hitter for the Chicago Cubs. Augie Galen steps in. He's nothing for 3 in the season. So, here we go. Chuck Klein at first. And Herman at third as Dean deals to Galen. First pitch swinging, and the runner is going. The slide, the tag, and how about that? Chuck Klein picks up the steal. So 2 in scoring position for the Cubs, 1 down now. And Galen back in the box. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he swings, liner to left, but this is going to stay up and down into the glove of Rothrock. Rothrock, the throw to the plate, not in time, and Chicago breaks the tie. Coming in to score is Herman, and it is 3-2. Good ball games, both of them tonight. All right, here's Charlie Grimm, nothing for 3. Chuck Klein at second, 2 down. Diz with 10 strikeouts. The 2-1 pitch, and Grimm sends this one to left field, but this is going to go right into the glove of Jack Rothrock. So inning over, but the Chicago Cubs pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, a runner left in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-2. Dizzy Dean, Gene Moore, and Jack Rothrock due up. 1940, there's a season. As Clinton says, no team named New York made the World Series. That's a season that I don't hear a lot of people replaying, is 1940. So, yeah, Texag saying we all have too much to play. I love having that kind of problem. All right, back to game action here. We have 12 people here with us in 1934. Thank you very much, guys. All right, Dizzy Dean, Gene Moore, and Jack Rothrock due up for the Gas House Gang. Chicago 3, St. Louis 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Lon Warneke has fan 3. Neither pitcher has walked a batter yet. The 2-0 pitch to Diz. Sacrifices last time up, and routine ground ball to short. Jurgis has it. Fires on to Charlie Grimm. So 1 away, and we now see Eddie Orsatti to come in to pinch hit. Orsatti nothing for 2 in the season. Warneke winds and deals the 2-2 pitch to Ernie, I'm sorry. Ernie Orsatti popping this up on the infield, and running in all the way from short to behind the mound is Billy Jurgis, making a great play. So 2 down here now for left fielder Jack Rothrock. A frustrated nothing for 3. Warneke with a 2-1 pitch to Rothrock. Rothrock swings. This one line to right. This will get down. It will not. Diving stop and catch and right by Babe Herman to rob the Cardinals of extra bases. Could be the play of the game. So the Cardinals 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 9th. It's the Cubs 3 and the Cardinals 2. We got to look at that great play, though. Got to look at that great play. Let's watch this one again. So watch Babe Herman here in right field, and boom! What a play. All right. Billy Jurgis, Gabby Hartnett, and Lon Warneke Tight ball game here, 3-2. When the Cardinals come up in the bottom of the ninth, we will see the number 3, 4, 5 hitters: Frankie Frisch, Pepper Martin, and Ducky Medwick. Jurgis 2 for 3 in the game, and a run batted in. Dizzy Dean with a 2-2 pitch to Jurgis. Will this be strikeout number 11? No, it will not. This one, an easy ground ball over to Frankie Frisch, and fires on to Ripper Collins for the 4-3 put-up. One Cub up, one Cub down, and here it is, Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett, 1 for 3 with a single. Hartnett, swing and a miss, and that is K number 11 for Dizzy. So Dizzy hoping that these Cardinals can get back in the bottom of the ninth and give him a win. 11 strikeouts, and for him to lose the game, ouch. All right, Lon Warneke, nothing for 3. Dean looking for this third out. Here's the pitch to his mound opponent. Warneke sends this one to right field, and ranging to his right end, making the catch, is Ducky Medwick. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Lon Warneke looking for a complete game win here, as the Cardinals will send up Frankie Frisch, Pepper Martin, and Jack Rothrock to try to tie it up here at home and walk it off, hopefully. If you're a Cubs fan, you've got to be happy with their performance so far, but Dizzy Dean pitching classic Dizzy Dean and finding himself down 1 run. So along with those 11 strikeouts, we can't forget that there were also 10 Chicago Cubs hits. All right. Warneke ready to go now. Still a lot of gas in the tank. Lon Warneke had incredible stamina. He's pitched 104, and you can look at the gauge down here if we pay attention to this sort of thing. Warneke could probably go another 4 innings. The 1-1 pitch now to the Fordham Flash. And Frisch swings, and this one, line drive, base hit, left field, and Frisch is going for 2, and he will get in there. So let's see, do they charge that as an error? So, yep. So the ball hits Chuck Klein and bounces away. So Chicago picks up an error, so that's a single and an E7. And the tying run is in scoring position, and the winning run comes to the plate in the personage of Bill Delancey. So the lefty just 1 for 2 in the season, seeing a lot of pinch hitting duty, or will be seeing a lot of pinch hitting duty for these Gas House Gang Cardinals. Warneke checks the speedy Frisch at first, peers in, has the sign from Gabby Hartnett. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Delancey. Delancey looks at a call, strike 3. Nice little change up there by Lon Warneke, pulling the chain, 1 down for Ducky Medwick. Medwick is due. He is nothing for 3. Frisch dancing off second. Warneke rubbing up the ball, has the sign from Gabby Hartnett. The 2-1 pitch to Ducky Medwick. Medwick swings, and this is going to be grounded to short. And Jurgis looking the runner back, and Medwick is out number 2, and it is down to Spud Davis. Will Dizzy Dean suffer his second loss, go to 0-2 in the season? Spud Davis, nothing for 3. Warneke deals. Here's the payoff pitch. Davis swings, ground ball deep to short. Jurgis up with it, long throw to Grimm, and that does it. The Chicago Cubs take the series from the St. Louis Cardinals, 3-2. Good ball game. So the Chicago Cubs racked up a win at Sportsman's Park, bumping off the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2. Lon Warneke, who started for Chicago, pitched effectively. Warneke gets the win, improving to 2 wins, no losses. He allowed 7 hits and walked 0 over 9 innings, and allowed 2 runs. The loss drops the Cardinals to 2 wins and 3 losses. The Cubs also now at 2-3. They improved. Augie Galen, the 21-year-old second baseman, had a direct impact on the outcome. Galen contributed a run-scoring sacrifice fly in the top of the 8th to put Chicago up 3-2. What a great performance in terms of strikeouts by old Diz. Picking up 11 in a losing cost, so he goes to 0-2. Lon Warneke improves to 2-0. The player of the game is Lon Warneke. So, wow, there you go. And what do we get? We picked up a couple achievements in control. So pretty nice. And corner painter. And so thanks to Diz for giving me these two. So we'll click nice. All right, pretty cool. The next game when we visit this Cardinals, the Cardinals will be going against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So it's finished today. I've received a message. Blah, 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 blah. All right, and quick look at the standings here. In 1934, in the American League, the St. Louis Browns and Boston Red Sox tied for first. The Browns at 4-0, the Red Sox at 5-1. So really, second place, but no games back. So the St. Louis Browns on a 4-game winning streak. The Yankees just a half game back at 4-1. The Detroit Tigers 3-1 and a game back. And then we're not going to sort of worry about the teams below 500 at this point. In the National League, the New York Giants are 5-1, 1.5 up on the Pirates, Dodgers, and Reds. And that's everybody. And of course, the Cardinals, who we're largely following here, are 2-3. So it's going to be fun when the Cardinals do play the New York Giants. Just a quick look at this Giants team. Just some really, really great players here, right? You've got Mel Ott, you've got Carl Hubble, Bill Terry. This is a really, really, really great Giants team. Travis Jackson is in there. Good stuff. So looking forward to getting to that, but it's going to be a while before we return to 1934. So thanks, guys, for coming in. It was a lot of fun. We'll be seeing Chris. I've got to get everything set up in StreamYard for him. 10 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern Daylight Time. Hope you join us for the No Holds Barred Christopher Slovic Extravaganza. Oh my God. It's even better than a platinum membership to one of Ken Castro's agricultural sites that he visits a lot. TexAg says, I've been looking for the global high slug setting. Even tried Googling it. I saw it somewhere once, but oh well. Luckily, I mean, I know it exists. Somebody says in global you can just do this, and it does it to all the teams. But there's been a couple patches since then. I don't know, but usually I know they were playing the higher Sox. Most of the time that was with the original 16. So if I got to click the damn mouse 16 times in a season, I guess I don't mind. So. All right, so it's going to be approximately 10 a.m., guys, somewhere in around there. I got to make sure I don't have to stay up too late. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you, Bernie, saying good game, and Cousin saying well done, great game. I think both of these games were a lot of fun. Todd B is off tomorrow. You guys are really going to enjoy hearing Christopher. He goes off, man. He goes off. And but the tales that he has to tell, some of the people that he's met, just great stories. Hey, Lefty O'Doul, we might see some Lefty O'Doul as we continue with 1934. Fresco Thompson, I believe, Cousin Ken, you're a fan of Fresco Thompson, if I'm not mistaken. There's George Grantham, who used to be with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So these New York Giants, pretty formidable. Looking forward to a Giants Cardinals game. I don't know when that comes up, though. When does that come up? Let's look at the Cardinals' schedule really quickly. I want to see when they meet the Giants for the first time. So, not going to be until game time, 9 May. So, going to be a while before the Giants and Cardinals clash. Okay, so Fresco Thompson is in your bats league. I remember you mentioning. All right, yeah. So Carlos, thank you for giving Cousin Ken that time. Thanks to Tex Ags, who is been asking me some great questions and figuring out all kinds of cool things in out of the park baseball. And looking forward, Tex, as you begin your which you have already, as you continue with your 1919 replay, and we have broadcasts. Please do feel free to let People know how it's going on. Also, if you want, take some screenshots, post them in the Discord, guys. That's why, it's one of the reasons why the Discord is there. Put your game scores up, put your box scores up, right? That's why we created it. We want everybody to have fun, share baseball stories, baseball videos, critique books. Speaking of which, real quick before I go away, so you guys know, about a month and a half ago, I picked up Now Taking the Field. Well, what came in the mail today, which, oh my God, I love this book now too, is Rob Neyer's Big Book of Baseball Lineups. And I was a bit wondering because the Now Taking the Field is like a 600-page book, and this guy is around, I don't know, 200 and, I don't know, I can't bloody see here. Let me see here for a second. So around 340 pages, so half the size. But man, this book is dense, dense, dense. And what's really nice about this one is you get year by year lineups in this thing. It's great. Just absolutely loving it. Just picked it up today. So I would say for those of you guys that want to do a lot of what if stuff, pick up Rob Neyer's Big Book of Baseball Lineups and also Now Taking the Field. Both excellent books that can be had on the cheap on eBay. The copy I have, it's in really, really good condition. Never had a bad experience. So hit up eBay, man. There's nothing wrong with baseball books, even though we've got baseball reference. And I'm going to be slowly savoring all these baseball treasures. So it's nice to have it. I have it sitting on top of a synthesizer to my right now. My thank you to the heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro, to Carlos Yaz, our good friend who's been able to come to a lot more broadcasts now, to Todd B. Looking forward to seeing you around more, Todd B. And I promise MLB The Show probably tomorrow night. Maybe do an MLB The Show game late. I know you'd like those. So Fresco just 2 for 17 in the league. Fresco better pick it up. How about it? All right. To our Professor Clinton Parks, to our awesome friend Bernie Strom, who has, let's see if I can keep up with Bernie. 1912, 1950, and 1967 thus far in his channel, which is awesome. Way to go, Bernie. Love listening to him. Steve Tate, who, what he has done for the action PC and baseball community at large cannot be overstated. Thank you so much, Steve. So very much. You're a good man, and not just for what you do. Just a good guy, man. All right, let's go back. A lot of chatter tonight, which is what we'd like to see. Legend Sports Universe was with us here for a while at the ballparks. Robert, RJO Network, was here. Thank you, Robert. Always a good time at your broadcast. Got to see MV and you tonight, so that was nice. And we did a doubleheader here. John DFW, who was first in the ballpark tonight, gets the Robbie Wartburg bobblehead doll. And Robbie Wartburg himself was in here defending the honor of Ernie Harwell. Gotta love that when I mentioned Red Barber. So there you go. That is it. We got everybody for a change and a 2 hour and 13 minutes and a doubleheader. We're going to shut it down. Guys, live baseball. Love it. Breathe it. Digital it. Cards and dice it. Do both. Read books. Find ephemera. Post on the Discord. Until the next time, see you around the batting cage, and hopefully you'll join us tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. for Christopher Slovic. And buckle up. I'm just going to let Christopher just go nuts and have fun. All right. Good night, everybody. And thank you, one and all. Seriously.